So my name is Stephen Mora. I've been back at church for 3 years now. Praise God. I'm happily married with my wife Paloma, my daughters Celeste, my oldest, Daniela, Giselle. They've been coming to this church since they were kids too. Right?
What were you doing before you came to church this last time?
I was an alcoholic. I became an alcoholic. Something that built throughout the years. God moved in my life years back, 20 years ago. Blessing after blessing, taking me out of gangs, taking me out of violence, taking me out of hate, blessing me with a wife, my children and everything, a career. And then I just turned my back on God. And I became a full-blown alcoholic. And I just felt that it was my destiny to be an alcoholic and to cause pain, and I wasn't worthy. And so I just went with it, full of guilt, full of regret, and I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel worthy of having a wife. I didn't feel worthy of having a house. I didn't feel worthy of having my career. Ended up in the hospital, and I was in a coma for 3 days. And after I woke up, I felt nothing. I woke up out of the coma and I felt nothing. I gave up. I gave up on trying to be what God wanted me to be. Because I knew God was calling me all this time. I knew He had His hand on me all this time. But I didn't feel worthy of it. I didn't feel I deserved it. I felt like I was meant to live a life of brokenness, a life of heartache, a life of regret and anger. And I tried to drink myself to death. I realized that, you know what? There is hope. Jesus is still there for me. God has not left me. Regardless of what I did, regardless of the shame I had, God wasn't ashamed of me. And that meant a lot to me. It was time to get rid of the old me and leave that in the past. So it was time to dump it all out. It was time to get rid of all that stuff that was holding me back, the alcohol, the drugs, the weed. Everything had to go and start new, start fresh, a clean slate. That's what God gives you, a clean slate. If you're out there and you feel you've gone too far, you feel God's not there, you feel there's no coming back to Him, God's still there, waiting for you to come back to Him so He could restore you.